it, and you know, I was conversing with him and letting him know that I admire what he's doing, because if you're painting a Caribbean picture that is so cross-cultural, to paint a beautiful mosaic, you really had to be a visionary. You really have to have something that could hold that together, to fusion it together. Otherwise, you could paint a caricature picture.
Exactly.
And I realized that this guy, in his humility, and what does his humility and yet good leadership and visionary, it wipes off on those around him. And you know, I started to realize that in any way, if I could be just part of this ongoing commitment he have to the Caribbean people, that they could have a face, not only that they could have a face, but they could have a place. You know, I could be committed to a person like that, because I think he's very instrumental, not only in his vision, but as a mentor, showing the way. You know, so for me, as I told them, I said I was inspired from the time I read about you, and I'm even more inspired now that I'm seeing you face to face.
Oh gosh, well, I know you're in the right direction to giving Tempo that support by just being here. You know what I mean, and giving us that love and support, and I mean, Tempo treats you good, so I know in the future is a bond now.
Yeah.
The bond has been made. So Tempo to the world, Tempo forever.
Yeah, definitely, man. Tempo is Tempo.
Tempo is Tempo.
My Tempo Trip, the reality series, is brought to you by The Key Club, the hottest club in Newark, New Jersey.
So how was the trip?
The trip was great in the sense that I know I was coming to something exciting, and I was already inspired by coming. I mean, traveling in the night, it was really tiresome. It's difficult to sleep in the plane that hour. I physically was tired, but mentally I was ready for an adventure.
Wow. An adventure you're gonna have.
Yes, I know that. I know that. I'm confident of that because I did some reading about you. And what happened is that when I saw what you was trying to do, to paint a Caribbean face on a Caribbean man, which is a difficult picture to paint because it's a mosaic of so many different things. And you were fusioning that through culture, through different aspects of the Caribbean man, and evolving into this space. I mean, I was actually taken by, because I was saying, wow, what are the tasks this man is taking on? But not only taking it on, but executing it.
Gosh.
And I mean, I was inspired.
Well, thank you. Because, you know, a lot of challenges.
Yes.
And, you know, but I really, I know that both of you are God-fearing people, and this business is built on a love and a fear of God.
Yes.
And so I take my inspiration a lot from many of the biblical characters, right? So, you know, David is my favorite hero in the Bible.
So, and to be honest, that was the hook line. When I saw that you built everything not upon your own innovativeness or intellectual ability, but with a reverence for God, understanding that God will be the backbone of your success, and not only of your success, but the continuity of your success. I mean, I was drawn into that because I met God in an event in my life too, and I wasn't seeing that just as words spoken. I was seeing that as words that I have experienced. And I know any man who chooses to fear God, the Bible says wealth and riches will be in his house.
Wow. That's amazing. You see how much wow I said?
Yeah.
It's amazing because, you know, and God brings people together who are like-minded all the time to do his work, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know you. I decided I'm going to do a winter trip, and I'm going to Trinidad, and I'm going to do something with TSTT, and then it brings us together. And it's just the most amazing thing, because you know you can't do anything by yourself, really. You have to have like-minded people. And I think, so, you know, it's very interesting because I was telling Jeanette just a minute ago that, or a little while ago that, you know, this wasn't really by design then. I mean, this wasn't by mistake, rather.
No. This wasn't arbitrarily done. This was something that was going from beginning to end. Because really and truly, I can say that I was a real fan of Tempo. Because one, I didn't have the access to cable.
Look at that.
And what happened is that seeing three stations all the time was so monotonous, and I'm a sports fan. So I was behind my wife saying, "Gosh, let us take out the bling now." And we was playing a little debt in the back, and it was over. So I was saying, possibly this could bring them. And I was behind her. Finally, we had it, and to my amazement, what, 2 months? In 2 months?
Maybe took out the cable.
Yeah.
In May,
Yes.
you took the
May.
cable blink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
We wasn't even aware that there was a competition.
Right.
So I got this phone call and asking for Giselle wife and saying that she won a vacation. So I was kind of like, smart. How she could win a vacation? We didn't enter
Thought you
into
joking?
anything.
Who you thinking?
Yeah. But however, when the guy said that, I said, well,
Yeah,
I
Louis.
gave her number.
Yeah.
You tell her that, you know, because I want to know if it's a prank or
Right.
anything. But everything materializes and it comes. And what I'm saying now, this was good because we was thinking about having a little vacation, but financially we couldn't make it, you know. And all of a sudden God plays this and all that. But when I realized it's not just a vacation in the sense of just going on a trip, but it had something more that attached itself to me, and that is when I started to research about yourself. When I saw that you premised things on God, I was already taken in because that's the center of my whole life, you know. And so I wanted to see, let me see this man's journey, who loves God, you know. And when I was reading about you, how you're trying to put a face on the Caribbean man and give him a sense of identity, a self, and not only a self, but to put him on a world stage. And you know, I was telling someone that the Caribbean face is one so captivating and exhilarating.
extraordinary.
You know, it actually could titillate people into excitement. And so I was saying,
Very well said.
this is a wonderful occasion to be part of it, and more so to see this one.
Yes.
You know, because I'm already
Mr.
inspired
Temple
by the
himself.
words that he's saying. You know, but to meet them in person, and then seeing the people and them around you and how they are energized, I realize this is a visionary. This is a man who has vision. This is a man who not only has vision but understands the ramifications of bringing a culture like the Caribbean culture together as one. And I think that's such a difficult task. I think that is the most difficult task, to bring the Caribbean people and give them a face
Oh my
and to
God.
see you accomplishing this. I mean, it inspired me. It inspired me. I just wanted to be a part of it, whether it was for 4 days, 2 days, 1 day. I just wanted to be.
It's gonna be forever. It's gonna be forever.
Wow.
Because I tell you, man, right now my paws raising, you know, just getting a chill. You know, the road sometimes is so rugged and rough to travel. You mentioned that it's such a difficult task, and boy, it is, you know. Because we fight against each other sometimes even. You know, so it's a matter of, you have external forces fighting against our unification. And then you have us being brainwashed for so many years that we fight against our own unification. So I'm fighting outside and I'm fighting inside, but I feel like I'm David with 3 stones. And I only need one.
Yeah. and
One smooth stone.
yeah, that's all.
Right? And Goliath is down.
They say it wasn't so much that David accuracy
Right.
in the throw, but it was the man behind David. You know what I mean? Because David acknowledged God, and he said something before he even takes Goliath. He said, "This day I will have your hand." It wasn't.
He said what?
This day I will have your hand. And you know, it wasn't just an idle boast. It was a boast based on the God that he knew, because he said, "Who are you to defy the armies of the living God?" So he placed his promises on a God who don't lose battle. And because he knew he was representing God, he knew he would have victory. So this little man runs to a giant who don't even walk there, and he walks with 5 stones. you know,
Something?
and it was an accurate man who understand